There was a time when you couldn't scroll through Fortnite YouTube without seeing his name, Asian Jeff, a Fortnite creator who didn't need flashy montages or tournament wins. He built an empire off pure chaos, loud, ridiculous trolling, over-the-top role plays, and broken mic screams that somehow made every match unforgettable. From 0 to over 1 million subscribers in just a couple of years. Asian Jeff was a force in the Fortnite content world, but now he can barely get 10,000 views on a video. His uploads go mostly unnoticed. He's gone silent on social media, and most of the Fortnite community has moved on without even asking where he went. So what happened to Asian Jeff? Let's rewind the clock. Asian Jeff first started popping up during the height of Fortnite's mainstream explosion, around the late Chapter 1, early Chapter 2 era. This was a golden age for Fortnite content. The game was everywhere. Big names like Ninja, Tfue, and CypherPK were dominating Twitch. On YouTube, creators like Lachlan, Muselk, and Fresh were racking up millions of views with gameplay, challenges, and funny moments. But Jeff wasn't doing any of that. He was doing something else entirely. Jeff carved out his own lane, voice trolling, loud character skits, and full-on chaos in Fortnite lobbies. He'd enter squad-fill games screaming, acting possessed, doing wild characters, or just confusing the hell out of random teammates. Sometimes it was hilarious. Sometimes it was annoying. But one thing it always was entertaining. People didn't watch Jeff for the gameplay. They watched for the reactions, the absurdity, the unpredictability. You never knew what he was going to say or do in the next moment, and that became his superpower. And in an era where click-through rates and retention ruled the algorithm, Jeff had it locked down. His thumbnails were loud, his titles were perfectly chaotic, and his videos? Addictive. He was gaining subscribers fast. Video after video was blowing up, 100K views, then 500,000, then 1 million. He hit the YouTube jackpot, and people started recognizing him not just in Fortnite lobbies, but across the entire platform. By the time he crossed 1 million subscribers, he wasn't just some troll in the lobby anymore. He was a character, a known presence. He had fans waiting for every upload, memes floating around social media, and collaborations with other rising creators. But as fast as he rose, the decline came just as quickly. Let's talk about the fall. First, we have to understand one thing about YouTube and the Fortnite scene. Nothing stays the same. Trends move fast, attention shifts constantly, and the algorithm doesn't care how big you were a year ago. It cares about right now. While other Fortnite creators were adapting, switching up formats, doing commentary, getting into creative content, or transitioning to competitive storylines, Jeff stayed the same. He kept doing voice trolling, same loud energy, same joke formats, same chaotic characters. At first it was still fun, but eventually it got old. Viewers started to tune out. The comments changed from "this guy is hilarious" to "man, this isn't funny anymore." Some longtime fans felt like the act was wearing thin. Others were just growing up, moving on from Fortnite, or looking for different content altogether. But it wasn't just the audience that changed. The YouTube platform itself evolved. The algorithm started favoring longer, more polished content. Voice trolling, especially loud, erratic mic spamming, started getting demonetized or suppressed. Jeff's content, which thrived on shock value and volume, wasn't being pushed like it used to. And then came the upload inconsistency. Jeff started posting less and less. Maybe it was burnout. Maybe it was the numbers dropping. Maybe he just didn't feel the passion anymore. And when he did return, the views weren't there. Videos were barely crossing 20,000. Then 15,000. Now, some don't even pass 10,000. This wasn't just a dip in relevance. It was a complete fall-off. And the saddest part? No one really noticed. There wasn't a wave of people asking, "Where's Asian Jeff?" There weren't viral tweets or comment sections flooded with support. It was quiet. The same internet that pushed him to 1 million subscribers moved on without looking back. And that raises a big question. Why do creators like Asian Jeff disappear? The truth is, it's a combination of things. First, the Fortnite audience grew up. Kids who loved voice trolling in 2019 are teenagers now, and their content preferences have changed. Second, YouTube's ecosystem demands evolution. The same content repeated over and over eventually loses its spark. But most importantly, creators need to adapt. Asian Jeff was once one of Fortnite's loudest creators. Now, he's one of its quietest stories.